If you're willing to bow down to wokeism and you agree with every last crazy idea that the Democrat Party says about race, you can keep that all-white beach club membership like Sheldon Whitehouse. And it's not like Sheldon Whitehouse hasn't had time to change his white bread ways. And by the way, did you note that question how his wife was a shareholder, majority shareholder? So he's not just a member, he's also apparently an owner. This is Sheldon Whitehouse, who was asked about his all-white Bailey Beach Club membership. This is back in 2017. Listen.
We are looking to get comment from you, being a member of one of the most exclusive organizations here in Newport.
I don't have one.
Why don't you have comment? Did you not step down from the club back in 2006 when you were running for Senate, knowing that it could present an issue?
I don't recall when we consolidated the membership.
Do you think there's an issue belonging to an all-exclusive organization trying to be one of the most progressive members of the Senate?
I think it's would be nice if the membership changed a little bit, but it's not my position to do.
Will you pressure them to do so?
I'll take that up privately.
Okay. Do you have any other comments on the matter, Senator?
I don't.
He's literally a majority shareholder, him and his wife. How would you not have the ability to pressure anyone else there making decisions at the BBC or the Bailey Beach Club? This is insane. And by the way, kudos to that reporter, because that's actually what journalism looks like. So again, this was all well before Sheldon Whitehouse introduced a bill to study reparations for slavery. Shouldn't, I don't know, just an idea here, shouldn't Sheldon Whitehouse maybe stop attending an all-white beach club before telling other Americans that they're culpable for slavery and they have to pay reparations? You know, maybe walk the talk, hold yourself accountable, do the work, as the critical race theory hustlers in the Democrat Party like to say. No, you have it all wrong. Because, see, Democrats don't actually care about racial unity. And quite honestly, I don't know how you can claim to care about Black Americans when you're a member of an all-white club in 2021, for the love. The party of slavery uses Black people to gain and maintain power. They peddle their false religion of wokeism to anger people of color while promising to solve all of their problems with more government. But see, everywhere you find Black poverty, you find Democrat Pharisees running things, always stoking racial animosity, selling dependency on their power of government. And meanwhile, they show off their wokeism to an adoring media like this. See, here's what Jesus said about the Pharisees of his day. He said, quote, "For they preach, but they do not practice. They tie up heavy burdens, hard to bear, and lay them on people's shoulders, but they themselves are not willing to move them with their finger. They do all their deeds to be seen by others, and they love the place of honor at feasts and the best seats in the synagogues and greetings in the marketplaces and being called teacher by others," end quote. Does that sound familiar? Because it should. That perfectly describes this modern-day Pharisees' attitude that is beholden by the Marxist core Democrat Party. They love the best seats at the Oscars and the Davos conferences. They love to be seen as saying all of the right things, acting like these high priests of wokeism. And they place racial burdens on others that they themselves don't carry. And they've discovered that race can be weaponized via wokeism to radically transform America. They only use this false religion to gain power over you, and then they try to emotionally browbeat people and mentally enslave people and damn people of color to poverty by telling them that they're not capable, that they can't increase their status in this country without the hand of the government. Meanwhile, these Pharisees live out their best lives far away from Black Americans. And they claim to care, the same people they came to care about, just like Democrat Sheldon Whitehouse. Now, I don't think the White Houses of the world intend on changing how they live, but they do intend on changing how you live. See, they intend to create a segregated, hyper-racialized society in which various ethnicities are pitted against each other. Meanwhile, Democrat Pharisees like Sheldon Whitehouse mingle at his all-white beach club. If we buy their tale of false religion, this is on us. This party only sells hypocrisy and racial hatred. And a sidebar here, it's so insane to me that anyone would ever take this party seriously whenever they talk about unity or whenever they talk about racial harmony in America. This is a party that has always denied being on the wrong side of history. It was Democrats, by the way, it was Democrats' Civil Rights Act of 1964. They set a record, 83-day filibuster record against the Civil Rights Act. And in fact, also women's suffrage, 19th Amendment for women's suffrage. Democrats opposed women's suffrage as well. But yet this is the party they always deny where they stood historically. And this is a party also that always likes to say that it's the Republicans that stood on the wrong side of history. Republicans never held any of these positions. It wasn't Republicans that sent American Indians on the trail of genocide. It was Democrats. It wasn't Republicans that opposed women's suffrage. It was Democrats by and large. It wasn't Republicans that opposed the Civil Rights Act. It was Democrats which led that 83-day record filibuster, which, by the way, they love the filibuster when they're themselves the minority party. No, it was always has been Democrats. It was Democrats that opposed giving free Black Americans their natural right of being able to vote, being citizens. And in fact, it was a Democrat judge, Roger Taney, who was appointed by a Democrat president, Andrew Jackson, who determined that Dred Scott couldn't be an American citizen fully recognized because, heaven forbid, by doing that, Taney would be claiming that free Black men and women in the country would be afforded their natural rights due to them of keeping and bearing arms. And see, white racists did not want free people of color exercising their natural Second Amendment right and defending themselves. Can't have that. They've always been on the wrong side of history, and they're still on the wrong side of history today. And wokeism, a false religion. And you know how you can tell? Don't look at what they say, look at what they do. Or as Jesus so perfectly said, you will know them by their fruit.